We take care of our children and the housework, the men of the buffalo and the dairy production. Along with the separation of our duties, submission, humility, and respect for our elders is essential. If the elders should ever refuse to pass their knowledge on because they have been denied respect, then we would lose our knowledge, the richness of our language, our tradition, everything, our whole identity. Our custom to honor men in such a way is not humiliating. Everyone knows that life began with us and that the first man was the fruit of a woman, our great mother Turkish. Nature designed it thus that we have the children. Men often feel inferior because of this. They attempt to compensate for this by finding something inferior in us. The only thing that they can find is the blood that we lose during our monthly cycle. Therefore, the men declare us to be unclean and forbid us to come into contact with the buffalo or to go near to the temple. We are as good as excluded from the milk production. We accept this since it saves us a lot of work. The boundary stone marks the temple area that we are not allowed to enter. Here we wait for the buttermilk, which is brought to us by a man out of the temple. Although we only have our period for a few days, the ban is for all the time. Perhaps one of us may misuse the ban during her period, and then the temple would be contaminated and would have to be totally renovated.
I have been brought up with a strict division between men and women. That makes my life easier. They are my venerable parents with whom I lived since the separation from my first husband. He could not understand me. The men do not have a cycle. They only know blood as the result of an injury. That's why our bleeding is frightening for them. To us, it is the sign of our fertility, reproduction, and creation. My small daughter belongs to the clan of my first husband. Soon, I will marry for the second time since I'm pregnant again. Then my new child will belong to the clan of my second husband. He is a priest and I think it is good for him. He prays and meditates a lot. That makes him good-hearted. He wanted to go on this retreat before we married. In the meantime, my father churns the butter for me too. My mother is worried how long he can still manage to do this work. She would like to help him, but that is men's work. The men consider us to be unclean, but our great mother Turkish never spoke of uncleanliness. Neither did our forefathers. The blood is life. Only our men make something dirty out of it. Perhaps in order to make themselves feel more noble and superior.
Are you not ashamed to be regarded as unclean?
No, I feel good to be a woman. Our life is less difficult. We tend to the more pleasant, easier side of life.
Do you accept this discrimination?
These rules are traditional.
Do you always have to follow them? Can't you tell me?
I can't.
The tribal council are all men. Do you really think they will change these rules for you?
Sorry, I cannot speak to you about this.